my actual rallying started as far back as 71, when I bought a second-hand rally car with my cousin. Marco Alén was already doing very well in those days, and you know, I was admiring him how well he was doing, and I thought that I'm just one of those Mr. Averages, you know, for the rest of my life.
Far from being one of those Mr. Averages, today Ari Vatanen is one of the top 5 rally drivers in the world.
Well, it was 74 I actually had my first success, but for some time nothing happened until a man called John Thomas from my stake in Wales. He wrote to me because he had written a little bit of myself in, I think in Motory News, that I would like to come to England. So he contacted local Opel dealer and wrote me saying that if I come over to England with my Ascona, he would co-drive for me, and he has got a sponsorship worth of 300 quid. And so we came here. But let's say generally, when I came to England for the first time, I mean, when you come from Scandinavia, you think that it's pretty dirty, and you know, I must say that my first impression wasn't that great before I got used to it, and before I got used to English way of life. And I must say that the longer I was here, more I liked. And you know, England, let's say if I consider any other place to live outside of Finland, it would be England.
Newcastle, England, on a dank morning in February, the start of the first round of the 1980 RAC Open Rally Championship, the Mintex.
So, Ari, typical English weather again here.
Yeah, it is. You know, it forces me to wear these galoshes again. You know, it's always like this. I can't help it.
Driving his Rothmans Rally Team car, the British International Championship is once again Ari Vatanen's goal. But to win it, he'll have to wrest the laurels from the fastest loose surface driver in the world, his compatriot Hannu Mikkola. The conditions could scarcely show off both men's techniques to greater effect.
We're going faster than we can see, so we're not going to go any quicker at all. If you find somebody's taking 3 seconds a mile off you, then you look at Vatanen and people like that, and they're taking 4, 5, 6 seconds a mile. They've either got completely different tyres or no brain.
Vatanen is being co-driven by David Richards.
So he's 2 minutes behind us. Yes. McRae is 3 minutes behind him. But we don't know about Rutherford. No.
Driving an Escort for the first time on an international, Willie Rutherford is the sensation of the rally.
We've been going very sensibly, actually. Just getting confidence in the car, particularly some of this really fast stuff where it's cresting and you're sweeping slightly left, for example. It just goes straight through, whereas the Mazda will be sort of pulling the cigarette lighter out and this sort of thing to equalise the balance and try and get it back out of the tree.
Henry, what sort of night have you had?
Foggy.
The fog's been the same for everyone, though.
Yes, it is, but we are not using the maps.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, the English drivers and co-drivers are using some kind of maps where they can read about long straights and things like that, and we are not using that because we don't have experience.
Some of the drivers apparently co-drivers have been reading off a map, and others haven't. Well, what does Jim do for you? Did you?
Well, where it's helpful, he tries, but you know, when it's a strange road, then you really are relying on sometimes very old maps and not to be recommended.
The marked map controversy is one which will rage all year, but the real battle in the forests will never be won from the rule books. Merely staying on the road in these conditions is, for many, something of an achievement reflected in the special stage times.
Very slow indeed. To start with because of the driver, and towards the end because of the terrible misty weather.
The driver?
Yes. You know, I think I take up farming.
But this is part of rallying, though.
It is part of the rallying, but you know, every coin has got 2 sides, hasn't it?
Indeed,
yes.
Indeed. But is it the mud, you mean, and the rain?
Yeah, and you know, visibility 10 meters, yeah.
It's the same for everybody, though.
Oh, exactly, you know. We don't mind, but it's very wearing.
Could Ari be suffering from fatigue, or is there something else? Jimmy McRae thinks he has the answer.
A lot of the stages have been regraded, you know, and they're very loose in the top. It's just pure mud in places. We thought about going on to narrower tyres to try and get better grip, but I think they would be even worse.
Tight timing isn't helping matters either.
I think the organisers are trying to toughen up a bit, are they? Yeah?
So, yes, they're winning as well.
The Mintex turns into a 2-man battle, with Ari having to give best to Hannu.
Do you know how far behind Hanno you are?
No, 1.5 minutes at least.
Are you just maintaining that gap?
Yeah, just about. When Hanno doesn't take it seriously, then we can maintain the gap here. And when he takes it seriously, you know, then he pulls away.
Put it up to 10.
It's just so good.
Good, yes. Brilliant even. And in a Forest Escort, devastating to the opposition. Yet when it comes to opening the champagne, he's a non-starter, despite all the practice.
Here we go. Obviously had a high up. Now watch yourselves. And it's not the first time Hanno's done this. I mean, he doesn't know what to do with bottles of champagne. Come on, Hanno! There we go. No! Hey!
I was told that there's only one rally driver in England, Roger Clark, in those days. But then there turned out to be a couple of other ones as well. But I should say that in those days, particularly, the standard of rallying, forgetting those few top ones, it wasn't that high in England. So it was relatively easy to get on well. There has been a boost in rallying as far as standard of it is concerned. There are more teams around in England, particularly. In those days it was only Ford and nothing else really. But now we have many other teams, which is of course good for the sport. But on the other hand, the cost of this rallying is really escalating, so it's much harder for private driver.
Some of the finest rally cars of recent years have been built and rebuilt here. From his workshops in West London, David Sutton has developed a thriving international business for producing top-class rally cars.
After the tarmac, we'll
In 1980, he manages the Rothmans rally team.
Okay.
David, this is Harry's car, is it, for the RAC, is it?
Yes, this is the actual car I'll be driving.
You've had a very successful year with Harry this year, haven't you?
Well, he's had 8 second places, and we think that it's reliability and consistency that win championships. So we're very satisfied with his results indeed.
In fact, this has got to be one of your best ever seasons.
It's the best year we've ever had in the history of the company, yes. We try and give him everything that he wants. We know the specification that he likes to have, the type of steering wheel he likes, the type of suspension or engine specification he likes. And once he's sat in the car and tested it, he rarely complains at all throughout the event.
What particular things does he like, then? Well, what are his special things you have to do for him?
He's very fussy about the position of his seat because he's very tall and very slim. He's very fussy about the position of the pedals because he's got long legs. And he's very particular about the position of his steering wheel because on some steering wheels, his legs, in fact, do come up behind the steering wheel. But we know the specification that he likes, and sometimes, you know, we can build the car exactly how he wants it without even referring to it.
The Circuit of Ireland, scene of some epic tussles in the past, is about to witness one of the all-time greats. Vatanen versus McRae, Escort versus Chevette, Finn versus Scott.
This is a new HSR Chevette. It has a different gearbox, different axle location, and slightly wider arches, which means we can use wider wheels.
That means you can go quicker?
Well, I hope so.
A dusty duel in the sun unfolds through the pastoral lanes of Ulster and Eire, spurred on by huge support from every bank, hedgerow and vantage point. Yet despite the pressure, Vatanen still seems to have time to pose for photographers and wave at the crowd, which is all very well and very endearing, but if you're not very careful...
What about the chap who fell in the mud at the gate? Yes, right? Yes, his wife wasn't too pleased, but he's all right. sort of day have you had anyway?
Very warm, nice, fast. Losing a little bit to Jimmy McRae.
Why?
Because he's driving so well. Very well indeed. He's a very good driver, particularly seems to be here in Ireland. And of course, car is up to his capabilities as well.
Psychologically, when there is somebody ahead, does that urge you to go quicker?
I think so. I think it does. You know, it gives you that wee bit, especially when they're running in front. You know, you've got the benefit of knowing that if they've made a mistake, then at least you can slow back. Whereas if you're running, if they're running behind you, you don't know what they're doing.
This morning, you've been consistently taking time off him, have you?
Yes, I think with the exception of 2 stages, we've taken time off him in each one.
That's it. Come on, Jimmy!
When the lead is only 60 seconds, it doesn't really make a difference whether you are leading or it's still the pressure is on both of us all the time.